Hi guys! As networks become increasingly reliant on fiber optic for fast and reliable data transmission, the need for efficient media converter has never been more critical. So today in this video, we are going to dive into the world of fiber media converters and explore why the 90 watts and 1G option stand out among the rest. And if you have any questions with your system design, please feel free to contact us through the link down in the description box below, and our team of experts will answer your questions as soon as possible. A fiber media converter is a device used to connect and extend network signal over fiber optic cable. It serves as an interface between different types of media, such as copper and fiber, allowing seamless integration of network equipment. And one specific type of fiber media converter gaining popularity is the PoE fiber media converter. Now, PoE stands for Power over Ethernet. It allows both power and data to be transmitted over a single Ethernet cable and eliminating the need for a separate power unit. Now, this technology can simplify the installation and reduce its costs. So when selecting a PoE fiber media converter, it is crucial to consider the power budget to ensure it meets the requirement of the power devices, because insufficient power budget may lead to devices not receiving enough power. So a higher power budget can provide flexibility and ability to support devices with high power demand. So now let me introduce you to some of our media converters. First one, we have this compact media converter. This is a practical device to finish fiber to Ethernet signal conversion for IP cameras in long-distance fiber network system. And it can provide 1 gigabit data transmission rates. Next, we have this 2-port PoE fiber media converter. Now, this is a convenient solution for multi-point IP power devices deployment over fiber optic cable, and also available with 1 gigabit per second SFP slot and two 1000 megabit per second PoE plus port, so they can support 30 watts of output power to supply IP devices. Next, we have this waterproof rated PoE fiber media converter. Now, this is IP67 waterproof rated, and the working temperature ranges from -40 degrees up to 75 degrees, so it's perfect to use in an outdoor application. And also provide 30 watts of output power and 1 gigabit per second data transfer rate. Besides with the feature of the wide input voltage range from 24 volt to 56 volt DC, you can opt to choose different power supply to meet your need. Last but not least, we have our 90 watts gigabit PoE fiber media converter. Now, this can offer high-speed network up to 1000 megabit per second and 90 watts high power output for devices like high-performance PTZ camera. So you can enjoy smooth and seamless streaming without any buffering. Also, it has a special DIN rail design for convenient and space-saving installation. So now let's use this to do a connection in front of the demonstration board. So now we are going to connect to the PTZ camera and the wireless access point at the edge using this 300 meters fiber optic cable. So let's do the connection together. We'll have the monitor and NVR to display video footage. First, I'm going to connect our router to the NVR. Next, using another Ethernet cable to connect the router to the media converter, so you can convert the electrical signal into fiber optical signal. Let's plug it in here. This is an SFP transceiver, and this is usually sold separately because it has to determine what kind of fiber optic cable and the connector that you use. We are using this 4-string pre-made fiber optic cable, so we don't need to worry about the connector, and it's 100% tested in the factory. Since we have 4-string, let's use string A. Plug it into the SFP transceiver like this. Plug it into the media converter. So over this side, the connection is done through this 300 meters fiber optic cable. Over here, we have our 90 watts high power PoE fiber media converter, but we will need a power supply for it. This is a 120 watt power supply, so it's more than enough for our 90 watts PoE media converter. Next, I'm going to use the SFP transceiver to connect to, remember which string? String A. Let's plug it in here. And this media converter has a thin rail mounting design, so it's easy to take it out and mount it on. Let's plug it into our SFP slot. This is our PoE output port. Let's connect with a short patch cord, mount it back on the rail. Let's try the wireless access point first. This is a high power device too. As we can see, the indicated lights is getting on, so it can support enough power for this device. Next, let's try our PTZ camera. Plug it in here. So you should be getting power and data at the same time now through this high power PoE media converter. And I'm going to wave my hand to show you this is a live video. So the whole connection is done. So when you choose a fiber media converter, there are a few more considerations that you should keep in mind too. The fiber types and connector types. We have single mode, multi-mode. For the connectors, there are LC, SC, and etc. Make sure you pick the right one that suits your situation. Also, the data rate, bandwidth, power source, managed and unmanaged media converter too. So make sure you choose the one that meets your requirement. And if you require a higher bandwidth, 10G fiber optic network is an option. And here's the video. And thank you very much for watching us.